Good morning. Today we're going to try to plant some beans. First we're going to get this dust off the limbs. That's better, I think. But anyways, we're going to try to plant some beans. We've got to take a part off the planter. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the piece that holds the gauge wheels and openers on. I'll take it to my uncle. He is a machinist. See if he cannot retap that. The threads Dad kind of screwed those up when he was drilling out the broken bolt. Hopefully we won't have to buy a new one now, because the odds of them having that in stock are probably slim to none. And I'd like to plant today, so we're going to do that this morning. George is going to meet me over there, help me finish getting the planter ready, and see how it goes. Dad's spraying bean burn down. Maybe we'll throw him a camera here later. Alright, unfortunately my uncle was not able to save this this piece here, so we got to order another one. Alright, let's get this thing pulled out of here. While they're trying to see if they have that in stock, we're going to... Well, it's cool. It's supposed to be 85 degrees today, so I want to get this all put together before it gets hot. Especially since George is helping me. I'm sure he would much rather do this in the morning, go eat lunch, and then go home.
I got my part done. That's all I had to do was one, wasn't it?
Yep, just one. Full day spec.
Oh, them, you already numbered them. That's what okay, you got numbers on them.
Well, no, they're not numbered. I'm numbering them as we put them on.
Oh, okay.
So you got the pin right here. Well, folks, I thought you were going to get a long day of me and George bonding together while working on this hunk of junk of a red planter. But unfortunately, he is going to have to leave. He has volunteered to make the treacherous journey to Plain City to pick up parts so that we can actually try to plant today. The part that, like I said, the part that we tried to drill out the broken bolt, Dad ended up messing up. Our local case dealer didn't have it. They had a store up of like 2.5 hours away or so. George is going to go after that while I finish getting this ready to go. Alright, change of plans. If you're new to the channel, this happens quite often. Dad's going to try to fix this part, and it's going to be field fixed or shop fixed. In other words, it's not going to be very professionally done, but it might work for a little while. Me and George were just debating, do I let George give me a haircut, or do I go to an actual barber?
I'll fix you up.
George's got one haircut, buzz cut. About to see some real engineering here. Smoke wrench is coming out. One thing about it, if this doesn't work, he's not exactly tearing up a new piece. Pretty much screwed anyways. Alright, yesterday Dad's sprayer had a leak in the wheel motor, so we're adding a little bit of fluid to it while he's fixing that planter part. You'll see me probably make a big old mess.
If you do it, I'm going to hit you in the head.
George, you never believe it.
It looks pretty.
He even grinded it. Alright, Dad's got us set up with that part now, so now George doesn't have to make the big mecca to Plain City. But we got an insurance guy following us. He's going to take a look at this wheat field. We've got one field that we're pretty sure is just going to get turned into a cornfield. It looks pretty bad. See what this guy has to say about it.
Okay, here we are, finishing this field here. I sprayed one tank this morning, and finishing this field here behind the house shop. All the corn ground, pretty well have it done. Probably have a couple hundred acres left, not wet ground yet. So we're going to switch over and do some burn down on beans, so Brian can start doing beans. Hope we get started today.
Well, we came to town to get some zip ties for them vacuum tubes. I let George drive, and I'll be darned if we didn't end up at Mr. Sub, the sub shop.
Lunchtime.
What happened to your sandwich? That was a 16-inch sandwich.
Get this other little patch, little brick bed. It's pretty solid on this side. The other end's where I went out and floated it, or they tried to, that's stuck. This here's pretty solid.
Alright, we're finally back over here. Maybe we'll get this thing put back together. We'll see.
I doubt it.
He's not very confident. Alright, right now all the units are back on, but this last one, this is the one that we had to do some engineering on this afternoon. this morning. I'm fixing it. George is greasing the planter. Dad's coming back in the sprayer. The wind's picking up quite a bit, so he can't spray anymore, so he might go back to planting corn. I don't know. He was really hoping he'd be able to do some more bean burn downs. We don't really have much of it sprayed at all. George is over here earning his lunch today.
That ain't even the one I was working on. This is another one.
I told you the things suck. George done lost his nuts again.
This one.
Tragic accident.
It hurt too. Real bad.
And it's windy. As it turns out, replacing the seals in this vacuum tube is a big old pain in the hands. I say it because it literally makes your hands sore. But it's also a pain in the butt, so judge us if you want to, but ah, crap, we'll all sort of duct tape. We're putting duct tape on it.
Well, we got switched over and cleaned it out and decided to put on some 28 on this corn ground. This is next I'll plant. Wind's blowing pretty good, so looks like rain's coming, so I thought I'd get this 28 on. I didn't want to plant part of the field and get rained out. So I think we'll go ahead and put this 28 on, and then we won't go back until we post spray. We'll have him tracks in it.
Super scissors.
Well, they're super too. I like him.
I bought 2 pair of them. TSC.
I can get me a damn one.
This is the best conditions to do this in.
Let me cut a.
Me and George are over here working like dogs. And there's the boss. Eating a sandwich, drinking a Mountain Dew, getting out of his pickup.
How about lunch?
It says it's his lunch, but I think it's a 3 o'clock snack. Alright, the mailman came. Brought us a package from Shelby, Montana.
Well, who would that be from?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too many people from Montana. Well, hot dang.
Well, I feel plumb hurt. I think I'm gonna cry.
Here, you can have my hat.
It's wore out. I want one of them. Now, them boys wouldn't appreciate you giving your hat away after they just send it.
Well, you'd definitely wear it. All right, we got the vacuum tube put back together. We got to raise the planter up so we can. Hold on. All right, but anyways, we got to raise the planter up so we can put the bottom half of row unit 6 on there, and then we're going to fire the vacuums up, make sure everything works.
Well, we need to put that wingy dingy in the wingy thing before you put that on there.
Yep. I've just spent 5 minutes walking around my truck looking for parts. I had them in my hand. Went to go do another task. Now I can't find them. It's the kind of day it's been today.
Grind this bolt off, I think, and we might get her.
It's a miracle. Dad's engineering feat might just work after all. I was starting to think it was a fail. Okay. We're done. The bottom half of that. And here's the cable I needed. Hook this thing up real fast. Alright, we're going to attempt to fire this thing up. Probably won't work, but we're going to find out. We got one vacuum working.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go.
Alright. Thanks for helping me. See beans coming out on the ground. Got the manual out. That's a good sign, right? Trying to figure out how to get the PTO. I'm pretty sure you can have it to where PTO around 1,000 RPMs and you don't have to ramp up the engine RPMs any. Alright, I'm fairly confident the planter is going to work. I need to take some measurements, and then we might go to the field and try this thing. Alright, for the planter setup, first measurement I've got to get, well actually it's the third, the other two are pretty simple. This one I've got to measure how far it is from the top of the tractor to the ground. Don't ask why, that's what the Pro 700 wants, and what the Pro 700 wants, the Pro 700 gets. Alright, looks like this measurement we've got to do is bar distance. It says measure with bar Measure the bar distance with the planter lowered to the plant position. Bar distance is measured from the seed tubes to the corrected GPS location on the tractor. This setting is critical for correct overlap and boundary controls. So that's how it knows when to shut off and when not to shut off. Alright, looks like our bar distance measurement is 340 inches. Looks like my tractor wants a couple measurements on this implement. What I'm running is Pro 700 and on the navigation that comes in this tractor, I've got to do measurements for both because they're both mapping, so extra measuring, yay. Alright, we are ready to go get seed. First, before I get the tender on the truck, I'm going to put some air in this tire. Looks a little low. And put some more air in the planter. The planter didn't leak last night, that was good. I mean, they usually will lose a couple pounds, so I need to put maybe 10 pounds in it. Alright, we're going after some seed. Get that aired up. Yeah, hopefully this goes smooth. It's be a lot easier if my backup camera worked. But hey, when you're good, you're good. Okay, I gotta move this low boy to get the seed that I put back here yesterday, actually, or 2 days ago. Q&A time. Someone asked when I was doing that if this dozer is ours or if we were just moving it. It is in fact our bulldozer. Check out the equipment tour and you will see the bulldozer in there. The way I'm loading this seed is I don't have my conveyor set up. I'm just picking up the forklift, pulling the chute, and letting it dump right in. It's a little bit safer and more convenient when that conveyor set up, but this will work for now. Now, I don't really expect to get a whole lot of, if any, acres really planted. I've got probably an hour of calibrating this thing. I guess it's probably gonna be about 9 o'clock before it's really ready to plant, assuming everything goes well. So I really don't want to start on a field and not finish it because there is a chance of rain for like the next 5 days. So if I start a field, I want to finish it, and we just have to see what time it is. I don't want to get rained out, have the end rows come out, and then have to plant extra end rows to turn on after those first ones germinate. So that's kind of where we're at. We just have to see what time it is. All right, here's the first of many. Also need some of this stuff. Seed lubricant. This is 100% graphite, and it's really messy. So. And there ain't much rope left. I don't know if it's start or not. It'll be a real pain in the butt to work all day and then get shut down by pull rope. Well, there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna jump this thing. Don't know why I didn't think of that before. Yes. Now watch. As soon as I unhook it, it'll die. I mean, like as soon as I pull the truck away and try to use it, I'll probably pull the throttle cable and it'll be dead.
Well, I think we got a little 20 on to put on. That big field there at the bottom goes, plot goes in that, so got it on. So we'll have to make any tracks after planting back in there. So I guess we get up here. I think Brian's got his planter about ready to go. We'll try to see if it'll plant beans, get started, get everything set.
Planter's full. Told you that stuff was dirty. Alright, we're doing it. We're going to the field. A little later than we were hoping, but hey, we're making it. Like I said, the goal of this is just to make sure that everything is going to work. I want to have it to where if something is wrong and I don't know how to fix it, I can get somebody here while it's raining. So I think we are going to catch at least one of these rains. It's supposed to rain. There's a good chance of rain the next 4 days.
Okay, Brian's going to see if it'll work. Oh, it takes about 10-15 minutes to get everything fired up on this thing. Well, I hope I got all the bolts tight and everything. We'll find out. We'll see what falls off first. Probably lose a wrench or two. Probably a wrench or two laying on it, probably. Now he's starting his vacuums up.
All right, here we go. put this thing in the ground and see what happens. I've got a row blocked, row 15. Pretty sure I've got a seat sensor messed up there. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm dropping the planter into the ground. We're planting into the ground that I just planted, just trying to make sure my sections are going to shut off. What I'm kind of worried is that we don't have GPS like we should and they're not shutting off. Alright, my sections aren't shutting off, and I'm 90% sure it's because I haven't done the distance calibration. The planner doesn't know how fast we're going. I need to do that. I'm pretty sure, I hope that's all it is. I think I've got my GPS settings right for it, but I'm not sure. I'm also not able to get climate to work, which kind of has me worried because climate's plugging into the Pro 700 to get GPS, and it's not getting any GPS, so I don't know. But we're going to do this distance cal real quick and see if maybe that fixes it, and if not, I don't know what to do. Alright, how this distance calibration works is we put a flag where we're starting at, we measure off 400 feet, and then we click start on the Pro 700, then we drive that 400 feet and click end when we get to the end. We're supposed to do that a few times, and then that'll, I don't know, give it the data it needs to do its job, I guess. Alright, let's see what we can make happen this time. I think this is going to work. It looks like it was working. Dad's going to get out and walk behind me. Alright, I guess they're not working. I thought they were, but it's a little after 9 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and call that quits. I don't want to go ahead. I don't want to plant this field. We're going to be wasting a lot of seed without the section control, and I don't know. I want to be in the daylight. I want to be able to, make sure this is going to work a little bit better before we just go ahead and start planting. Sucks, but that's just part of it. First day of planting's. The first hour of planting's never a fun time. Usually, this whole first day hasn't been all that fun, but I have high hopes for future days being good stuff. Well, I am very happy that this thing plants. That's definitely a good thing. I mean, I was hoping it would, but I wasn't sure. Turned a lot of bolts on this thing, so I wasn't going to be surprised if something started dragging up or wasn't turning right. Don't have any trailer lights on the back of this, so oh, there's some flashers. Guardian Angel light, they sent me that, and I thought it would come in handy at some point, and there it is. Alright guys, that's it for today. What we have going on tomorrow is going to be very weather dependent. So it is supposed to rain tonight, but it's been supposed to rain for the last 2 days, so if we miss this rain, we'll be definitely working on and hopefully planting beans. Hopefully Dad will get to planting corn. I know he still wants to spray some burn down, but I'd like to get some corn acres in the ground. Thanks for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the video, check us out on Instagram, Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos, Facebook at Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the next video.